Doyle Richmond, Summit County Real Estate. Let's talk about things. Hey, a lot of people are here in town visiting from the Front Range or out of town. Busy weekend in Summit County. What would you tell those people about Summit County Real Estate and how they can check things out?
Well, what you just said, I think, there's a lot of people that are visiting. In fact, I'm meeting 2 people this morning.
Okay.
So, and both of them we've either educated on the market or going to educate on the market. So to your point is, come on up. What are you looking for in a property? Let's go take a look at the different areas. These 2 people love Keystone, so we're concentrating on Keystone. But it could be Breckenridge, it could be Frisco, Dillon. I mean, there's so many great areas, as you well know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't think someone really knows what they want until they go out there.
Yeah.
So you could have an idea in your head. Hey, I want to be in Breck. I want to have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I want to be by the ski slopes. But then when you start looking at all this stuff, you might say, you know what? I like Frisco just as much, or Keystone. So
well, and I think
that's the education process.
Well, totally. And I think what's so cool about you is you can help bring out that information in a prospective client, right? You can ask them some of these questions. Where do you want to be? And what's important to you? What's not important to you? And then really zoom in on the right area or areas.
Yeah, and right now they're flipping through some different areas of Summit County. Well, this one's Keystone, and showing price ranges of Keystone.
Still some affordable.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times you'll see those numbers start in the 1s, 2s, 3s.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a misconception or misperception that properties are just out of their league.
Right.
But sure. I think that between the rentability factor, a lot of people buy a property, they'll use it X days, weeks of the year. We obviously have the Front Range person, but we'll have a lot of visitors. During this time of year, it's a holiday that we'll have people from out of state, drive states or fly states. So a lot of our clients are realizing summer is just as good as winter.
Yeah.
We're all think of world-class skiing.
Sure.
But anyone that lives here,
even more to do in the summer.
There's even more to do during summer. So I think a lot of people discovered the summer season.
Right. What's up, Beckham?
Beckham caught a moose behind it.
Tell me, can you help somebody if they have questions about an income property, for instance, and they want to crunch some numbers, maybe they're not familiar with how best to do that. Can you help with that kind of process?
Yeah, I mean, we're not, basically we have all the information. In fact, I just did this with a client of mine yesterday. It's interesting you brought that up. And he said, hey, Doyle, can you just give me the numbers? So I know the taxes, I know the association dues.
Right.
What might be the insurance costs, things of that nature. You pull all that data together. It's pretty simple. Then you can look at contacting X number of rental companies, maybe already on the rental program.
Sure.
And you can look at the numbers and you say, okay, the property pulls in this much, the expense level is this much. I tell my clients all the time, you're not going to get a loan per se and have it cover its costs, but it's going to cover a big chunk of your cost.
Big chunk of it, right?
And right now, people ask me, well, what's happening with the market? The values are going up, they're appreciating.
Right.
And
speaking of that, your website, fantastic tool to get information and even more specifically do some specific searches, right?
Yeah, I think that they're just, I can't see the screen that far away with glasses. But you pick in whatever
put in your parameters.
2-bedroom, 2-bath, 300, 500.
Can you set price points on your website?
Yeah, you set price points. So we do what's called a portal where every single time a property of this nature comes on the market, it gets automatically sent to the client.
Right.
And or if there's a price change. So we're keeping people alert because sometimes the right property is not there right now.
Sure.
But that's part of the education process.
Right.
I think that you're going to really love this area.
Could be next week.
Right.
And you can keep them dialed in.
Right, and then from a seller standpoint, I joined Sotheby's about 1.5 years ago, and Sotheby's is just a giant marketing machine when it comes
world class,
locally, nationally, internationally. Your properties are getting marketed out there every country you can possibly think of. And we network with the fellow live agents, and we're just fortunate enough to do a big chunk of business. I think that's the numbers when I last looked at them. The Sotheby's name has sold more real estate in Colorado the last couple of years than any other entity.
No, huge, great resource.
So, I mean, it's a combination of, from a seller standpoint, marketing a property, from a buyer standpoint, educate them, find them the right property, whether it's income producing or not. So, thank you for spending some time with me today, and I'd love to.
That's great.
I got 2 people already today, but there's going to be some other people that might want to take advantage and learn what's going out there, whether it's golfing.
No, for sure. And what's so cool about you is you're just a great guy. You're easy to talk to. I mean, no, really, you're a fun guy. You laugh a lot. You really enjoy people. You love Summit County genuinely.
I think it's a lifestyle. I think
this
it's beyond just the numbers that we just talked about.
I know.
You're living, the restaurants, the shops, the activities.
Cool. Okay, we got to punch out here in a second.
all
So
right.
website, just so, what's that, Beckham?
I'm a great guy.
You're a great guy too. You absolutely are. You're a drummer too. I'm a drummer too.
the
Okay,
drummer,
website. Hit us one more time in case people want to hit you up.
DoyleRichmond.com. It's right down there at the bottom.
Okay.
You know, if you're lucky, you get Beckham answering the phone, and
Okay.
it'll take you on the soccer field and show you a few moves.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to take a quick break, Doyle. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it. I'm trying to shake your hand.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay, quick break. TV8 Summit. We'll be right back. Stand by. Thanks, Beckham.